Black ownership is extremely important. For any race of people to take you seriously in this world, especially in America, you have to control your own network. What I'm getting at is that watching a 1988 interview, it was on a Real Black channel. Shouts out to that brother who also was interviewing the legendary comedian Dick Gregory. And Bill Cosby, he was interviewing with Joe Franklin. On the Joe Franklin show, he'd been doing the show for 37 years. And this is when the Bill Cosby show was very popular and he was doing very good numbers, okay? Got the black doctor, black lawyer, and just really helping the minds of the young black kids that you can become something. Of course, it's when affirmative action was really big back then before Bill Clinton decided to eliminate it. And it just helped young African Americans to go to college and to excel and get these higher degrees in STEM that's going to rejuvenate the world, right, in so many levels. And we're competing. And what I understood is this: with Mr. Bill Cosby, he stated that, listen, black ownership, black media is extremely important. When he was in Temple University, he ran so much and he studied a lot. He didn't really get into extracurricular activities because he wanted to be the best human being he can be. He wanted to know everything. He wanted to excel because this is what his purpose was after serving the U.S. Navy for 11 years. And what he came to the conclusion is that in order for America to respect us, we have to, eliminate the stereotypical view of black people. We have to understand where we came from. Go to a library, read about black history. And we live in a society now is that, we live in an era that demonizing your own people is the new norm. Being a victim is the new norm. Putting your trust into politicians that don't care about you, that's serving a demonic system, that's exploiting you every single day, saying that, oh, you're a drug dealer. Oh, you need government assistance. Oh, you're nothing compared to the Indian man, to the white man, to the Hispanic man. Your vote really doesn't matter. And we fall into these rhetoric that we can't be successful. And we always get upset when celebrities take on these roles to portray us in a negative light. And I just think that, it just got me thinking that regardless, I just do truly believe that, Bill Cosby is completely innocent on this, but he had a message and he inspired a lot of comedians. He didn't want to be Lamar Lawrence when it was coming on Bernie Mac and all those individuals because they were cussing too much in their shows. And he was just saying that, listen, you are an African-American man. You have the power. You in the influence of the media. People are looking to you each and every single day. You have to be careful in the mouths and the things that you say out of your mouth. And he's a very good Christian man. And Cosby always wanted people to understand where they came from. He wanted people to have their own media, because in 1988 interview, it was a gentleman in the audience. He asked, like, well, how can we take control of ourselves? Like, it's just right now, they slowly just destroying us in the media. Like, and he was just saying that, listen, if you own your own stuff, it's okay to volunteer and intern, but gather people around your community and show them that, listen, I'm an engineer. Or, come up with a story of a successful black man. It don't have to always be someone starting from the bottom. And, this is why I really kind of understood with Bill Cosby is that, he wants to change the legacy of our people. This is extremely important. Is positive black media non-existent? And, we can always talk about love and hip hop. We can talk about celebrity news and gossip, all those entertainment issues, but that's okay. But at the same time, how are we the same? We're the same people that always complain when things are not going our way, when people still disrespect us and perceived us negatively. Now, don't get me wrong, we did do great things back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, but now we have the social media in our hands. We have to take advantage of it. And I just feel like we're not. We still posting things on World Star Hip Hop, posting fight videos. I mean, I know not all of us, but the majority of us, we share these videos, and all we have to do is someone posting something that's negative to our people, such as fighting, getting drunk, or, being belligerent in public, shaming other races of people. We don't have to share it. And next thing you know, because people do things for clout to get noticed. And I just think that, just since we have the power and ability, we have the power to showcase people going to college. I remember BET back in the day. They had hosts, man. I forget. I think it was Reggie, and he had to do with the dreads. He was going to colleges. He was actually teaching kids how to fill out a scholarship, how to write college essays, how to do well in the ACT. I mean, those type of things, man, are just extremely important. That's when BET was actually owned by the Johnsons, man. And I just think that we dropped the ball on this. And with Bill Cosby, I want to say, even though he's going away for prison, what we can learn from him is that in order for us to really compete in this world, we had to love ourselves, and then we had to control what we have and put in a positive image. Now, it might not change what white people think about us or what other racist people think about us, but at the same time, if we put that out there in the universe, and then we continue to be men, put men in the households right now, and women stay in their places, things gonna go right. But as men, I feel like we have the power, we have the ability to do this. And it starts on YouTube, it starts on Facebook, it starts on Twitter. Just little simple things that we can change. And that's what Bill Cosby always wanted to get. And I just want to say, just listen to him. If he doesn't survive in prison, I understand, what he was going through, and I kind of understand what he want black people to be. And we have so much power. And Martin Luther King, he was very highly influenced in, just we got to control our own narrative. And it starts with us and our actions and the things that we put out in this media, because we are the next generation, and Generation Z and the generation after that, because they're going to look at this and they're going to understand, like, wow, like, black people, have all this technology and still killing each other, still can't build, still don't have their own infrastructure. That's why you think the Chinese people are coming into Africa at this moment, and they're building at their own infrastructure, giving them jobs, because the Africans couldn't do it. The Nigerians still have the same mentality, and they still killing each other on a day-to-day basis, but we still want respect. So at the end of the day, we are our own motherlands, though. But that's the kind of imagery I got from it. The Bill Cosby interview, I advise anyone to look at it too, man. The Joe Franklin show, he was really good. He was very articulate, man. It was just really great, man. And it's just pretty much started how he got his inspiration from theater. He went to a theater. I forgot, it was a young man that he liked at the time, but he actually studied and he paid his money and he understood acting. He invested in himself. So I think this is a good platform that he wanted to portray after buying NBC for young black actors, right? To be successful. That's why Jeffrey Owens at the time didn't had no job, but now he, Tyler Perry gave him an opportunity, but he didn't want to put on a dress. He didn't want to sell for his own people, for the sake of the money. But at the same time, we don't have to be in that situation, I believe, if we have our own networks, continue to support black male media, continue to, message and get on to other groups and discussions and about our real issues, and then things are going to change in our favor. This your boy, Young Link Jr. I'm out of here. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. That's how I feel about this. Just a little thoughts I was watching on this interview, man. It just came into mind. So I love you guys, man. You guys take care. I'm out.